Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
A lot. I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing. I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from here. Me and my mother and her were planting flowers, and we went in after we got done watching.
What's going on? So we're going to cover the Summer Wells case. If y'all new, make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button. We cover a lot of true crime cases, but this case is a sad case because Summer Wells still hasn't been found yet, and these are only my speculations and theories of what possibly might have happened. I do think the parents know more than what they know, but let's get into this interview real quick. Here we go.
In her hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers, and I said okay, and I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV, and I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back, and within 2 minutes I came back, and I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone. I don't go on walks around here or runs because I'm scared of the bears and snakes and even the coyotes that are around here. Well, whoever has my daughter, I pray and hope that they have not harmed her and they bring her back to us safe and sound.
I'm going to give you guys a couple theories of what I think possibly happened. So look, we're going to go with the stranger abduction. Some speculate that Summer was kidnapped by a stranger. Scent tracking dogs traced Summer Wells' path from the house through the woods and to the edge of the nearby road, where the trail abruptly ended. Now, I feel that the parents possibly had something to do with it because you can tell they were on drugs. You can look at her face. You can look at her actions during the TV interviews. The abduction, due to the parents' reported associates, some believe Summer Wells might have been taken by someone the family knew. And I'm really strong on that she possibly, the parents knew what happened to their daughter. They've done a couple TV interviews, and it just don't seem right. It don't ever seem right. There's a lot of missing kids that go missing in these woods, and I understand that they do live in a wooded area. She could have walked away, probably got attacked by an animal. But there's a famous picture of her inside the truck, her car, the mother's car, after they went fishing. And you can see that she didn't look alive. Honestly, I don't believe she was alive. I believe possibly she might have drowned while she was at the pool. I feel like they know more than what they're talking about. And the accidental death cover-up, the one theory suggests that Summer died in the accident and her parents hid her body to avoid being held responsible. This is partly fueled by a neighbor reportedly hearing a scream from the Wells property around the time Summer disappeared. A significant amount of time passed between the last time Summer was seen and when she was reported missing, allowing time to cover her up. Possibly so, but let's get into, because I like to play, interviews. I like to play live videos in my videos, so you guys just don't hear me talking. You can get a gist of how the parents were reacting. This is your daughter. I'd be going crazy. The mother honestly looked like she was high off some type of drugs. There's also claims that the father wasn't such a good guy and he was involved with some people, but I don't know. Again, guys, this is my only theories, this is my speculations, but the intentional harm, some believe Summer was harmed during a fight or argument within the family. This is tied to the theory that they disposed of her body and avoid losing custody of their other children. A lot of people say that Summer Wells was like the black sheep in the family, like the mother and father treated the boys better than her. I want to rehash the stranger abduction. So the tracking of the dogs basically led to them to roll. So authorities sought information about a red or maroon Toyota Tacoma seen in the area, but it is unclear if the driver was ever identified. Due to the parents' reported associates, and alternatively, it's been suggested that some abducted Summer out of concern for her safety of the parents, giving her a better life. Some theories connect Summer's disappearance to the disappearance of her maternal aunt, Rose Mary Blue, in 2019. No official evidence has been linked to two cases. So it's just crazy because you got so many theories of what possibly could have happened to her. Now, if anybody has kids, there's no way you're going to leave your kids untended at that age. They don't live in a highly populated area. It's woods around. There's no way that you're okay with letting your daughter run outside it, and it just hasn't, it didn't happen once. But it's just weird. And I'm going to show you guys some pictures of the area where they live. It's a heavily wooded area. Heavily wooded. So possibly, again, these are my own theories, my own speculations, that possibly if she didn't walk away and walk into the woods, it would be easier. It'd be easy for her to get lost. This is a picture of the house. It's just crazy that they would allow her to go outside and basically play by herself. And it's weird that she hasn't been found yet. It's weird. It's fucking weird. I've also researched this case on Reddit, and there was somebody who, basically made a good point. So they said they studied the interviews over and over. They looked at the footage of the family's land, and this is what they think. Firstly, I don't think their parents were directly involved, but I do think part of the story is a lie. I think there was a lot longer period of time between Summer hit it to the house and Candace realizing she was missing. Whether this is the lie was made out of fear or ignorance, I'm not sure, but I think that the few minutes part was not actually true and could have been anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes before she thought to check on Summer. But here goes the news coverage, y'all. I wanted to definitely put this in the video. Here we go.
On your left, the photo shared by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation when the Amber Alert was issued. On your right, an age-progressed photo released 2 years ago of what she may look like. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel spoke with Summer's father, Don Wells, as the 4-year mark of his daughter's disappearance approaches.
Nearly 4 years ago, 5-year-old Summer Wells disappeared from her home here in Hawkins County. It's believed that she walked out of this door and hasn't been seen since. And today, there are still no answers as to where she could be.
It's 4 years too long. My thoughts and feelings haven't changed. I mean, I've been heartbreak, continual heartbreak for the past 4 years.
This very yard is one of the last places Don Wells' daughter Summer was known to be.
We love and miss her very much, and wish that she could come home very much, because she was kind of the bossy boss around here, and we just miss our children, man. We had 4 children running around here like crazy.
The then 5-year-old has been at the center of an Amber Alert since June 15th of 2021. Crews searched the Beech Creek community for weeks, with law enforcement receiving numerous tips that never panned out.
We haven't talked to them in a long time. We let Chris and Trudy, our private detectives, deal with TBI in Hawkins County. I don't know, anyway, it's just better that they do that.
These faded signs all throughout the Beech Creek community are a sign of hope that Summer Wells could still come home nearly 4 years after she disappeared from her home on Ben Hill Road.
It's very bad, and then when you add the social media pressure, with them saying that we're suspects or whatever, that just adds to it, and it's living a nightmare.
Summer's mother, Candace, has only spoken to us on camera once. She declined to be a part of this interview minutes before we started recording.
She wanted to, but all them fears started creeping up, of what happened, in the beginning with the social media and everything, hunting us down everywhere we go, and trying to basically ruin us everywhere we go. And she's just having nightmares.
After Summer's disappearance, the Wells' 3 oldest boys were put into Department of Children's Services custody, with Dawn and Candace eventually citing their rights over.
We haven't received any updates from them, no contact. In fact, they deleted their phone number or blocked my phone as soon as we got done with that case and signed our children over.
And still today, one word describes their entire situation.
It's heartbreaking.
In Hawkins County, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation declined to comment about the ongoing search for Summer Wells. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office didn't respond to our request. Anyone who may have information on the whereabouts of Summer Wells is asked to call the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND.
I mean, after looking at the father's interview, and again, I can't tell you, I don't know for sure. These videos are only speculations, but I mean, I do feel like they know more than what they're saying. So, I got the impression that the kids were very free range, allowed to wander and play as they please, not checked on often, essentially trusted to stay within the boundaries of the house. Perhaps it was the responsibility of one of the older boys to keep tabs on Summer, but I don't think she was given enough time to wander off. I really don't. The parents stated frequently people would drop dogs off on their land. They did not have a clear idea of how many dogs there were at any given time. They spoke of dog trails in the woods, and the dogs are what I believe led Summer into the woods. There may have been a puppy, a small cute dog, which Summer saw and followed along with the dog trails, but that is a strong possibility that she could have wandered off in the woods. And we're putting the blame on the parents. I mean, negligence is what I would probably put on the parents. I wouldn't, even if it was something accidental, as far as her falling down, hitting her head or something, possibly. But we got to look at the reality of possibly she walked off into those woods following something and got lost. And a lot of kids do that. And that gap between the mother Candace realizing that she was gone was crucial. It was very crucial. Do I think that the parents went into the woods and actually looked for her? I don't think they did. I think they probably searched around the house, possibly got scared. The mother looks like she's on some type of drugs, if you can tell. I mean, I don't know what type of drugs. Again, I don't want to speculate, but it's just by her demeanor, it just looks like she was out of it. But I do feel like she possibly walked out into the woods. And when I say the parents had something to do with it, as far as them covering up at the end part of them not actually reporting the time that she actually vanished from the time she called the cops. It could be that case. They could have got scared, and as a parent, it looks bad on you automatically. That why are you not watching your daughter? Why would you allow your daughter to have that much freedom to roam around that big ass property? I mean, without any adult supervision, those boys, even if her brothers were looking after her, people get distracted, especially little kids. But I don't know. But there's also another theory in this individual here. So this individual was on a jail phone call, which I will play a little bit of the jail phone call. And they're saying that he possibly, I'm not going to say kidnapped her, but he possibly knows what happened to her. And I keep saying drugs because if you go back and listen to some of what's been told already online, that, they were dealing with drugs. And you can just tell by the mother's, her demeanor, the way she's acting. But yeah, I mean, this individual here possibly knows more than what he's saying. He's currently locked up for a crime. Again, I'm not going to go over his crime, but yeah, he's currently in jail. Do I feel like he possibly has something to do with it? Who knows? I mean, who knows? We don't know what goes through his mind, but we're going to play the jail call. Here we go, y'all.
Huh?
Sitting in jail.
Sitting in jail? How'd today go?
Yeah. It's springtime.
Oh, so did you have any money? Has any money been added to your books? Did you
It's
check?
been added to the file.
Huh?
They've been like $40 added to the file.
To your phone?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Did you see? I scheduled a video visit for Sunday.
Yes.
I tried to do Saturday, but it said it wouldn't let me schedule it because it said I've already done 2 visits, which I haven't. I scheduled one that you didn't know about, and
Yeah.
so anyway, Did you hear about Laura?
No.
She got arrested.
Where'd she get arrested at?
I don't know where she got arrested at. I'm trying to still figure that out. I mean, Hawkins County. She's in Hawkins County.
She's down here in Hawkins County?
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't know that? I messaged you. I sent you an email to tell you.
I just found that out.
Oh. She had it looks like she had a possession and a possession charge and a paraphernalia charge.
For what?
Meth, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why she. You would think that she would have known that they would be watching her, you know.
Well, I don't know why would she even.
Why she what?
Why she would even have anything.
Why she would even have anything on her? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why she would have.
Man, your guys' phone system sucks. It cuts in and out.
I know, it's aggravating.
Yeah, I don't know. I talked to Laura 3 hours before she was arrested.
When did she get arrested, you know?
Yeah, she got arrested at like 12:30 in the morning today. So, yeah, late last night, early this morning at 12:30. So, hey, did you have court this morning?
No, I don't have court till 31st.
Hey, it's listed here on it said that you had court this morning. It says 6:23 at 9 a.m. Yeah, I just noticed this like today, and I was like, oh my god, or I saw it late last night, and I was like, oh my god, he has court this morning. What is that? Hey, who did you talk to? Huh?
They may have done anything. We'll see.
I mean, you guys can get whatever you got from that jail call. It's just a sad case. It's just sad. I hate to see young people who don't get to live their lives because of parents' negligence and just, I mean, the world is crazy. It's just crazy. It's sad. I have kids. I got a daughter who's 6, who's artistic, and you know, I would never leave any of my kids, leave them out of sight and allow them to roam and do whatever they want to do. You know, because as a parent, these babies, you know, they weren't given the choice. How can I put it? You know, they didn't ask to be brought into this world. And so for you as a parent to bring a child in this world and not care is just sad. It's sad. This case is going to continue to hit hard because, you know, until they find Summer, and, you know, she's probably already gone. You know, that's the likelihood unless somebody abducted her. You know, that's just the case where we're at right now. And I just feel so bad for this little girl because she never got a chance to live life. You know, never got a chance to live life. It sucks that you can't choose the people. You can't choose your parents. You can't choose them, man. You know, her parents, regardless of what they're trying to show you, they're hurt. I mean, you can tell they didn't care about this little baby. You can tell. Letting her roam around the property. I mean, who does that? Who does that? It's like, you know, you wanted her to get lost. You wanted her to possibly be abducted or possibly be taken away by animals. You know, whatever possibly happened. You know, she never got a chance in life. Never got a chance. You know, I don't think she, you know, if she did wander into the forest, I don't think she's still alive at all. Hopefully somebody did take her and gave her a better life. But those chances are slim to none. Do I think that we'll ever find her? I don't know. But you know what? It sucks. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I love you all. Watch your kids. And I'll see you on the next video. I'm out.